Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
I hadn't gone down that conversation path before. That's interesting. Okay. A little bit different.
Are you all right? Say something, please.
Oh, I so want to do that one.
It's me, Jowan. Calm down. Just try to relax. Oh, I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like? So much for friendship. I'll leave you alone then. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing. I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me. The tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens. You've seen the tranquil around the tower, like Owain who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless. I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up. He said he'd be in his study upstairs. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Did you hear anything? Is she all right? Is she awake?
Why do you...
Okay, yeah, the codex is set. Okay.
Are you best friends now?
Okay,
I'm just
so we leveled
curious.
up. Let's...
That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen.
Let's dump willpower, magic. It's funny, dexterity is really kind of the dump stat for mage. Kind of need cunning later on. Yeah, we'll just go with another constitution. What do we want for spells here? Stone scale wouldn't be too bad. Frost weapon. Glyph of paralysis. Get you out of bind pretty good. Heal. Spirit, spell shield. Mana drain. Walking bomb. Vulnerability hex. Because vulnerability hex with the with Winter's Grasp will do some pretty good stuff, as well as when we get mana drain or let's see, is it entropy? Yeah, or drain life. Both those with the vulnerability hex is a good combination. So we'll go ahead and play that.
He says she's very talented and very brave.
Okay.
Well, he would.
Let's go loot a bunch of stuff here on our way up to Irving. Find it funny that you get delirium dust at the first level here, but it is until I think Ostergaard that you can get the distillation agent to create the lyrium. But That's alright. Collect it. Blank vellum. I always was wondered about blank vellum and what was it? Private documents, stuff like that. It just gives you a little extra as far as coinage is concerned.
Hello there.
Yeah, if this is the women's room, what the hell are you doing in here?
We heard you passed the harrowing.
Loot, loot.
Did you hear?
Just looting, looting, looting.
I heard they suspect someone was dabbling in blood magic. Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence.
Apprentice call. And before I forget, I don't get creative with the names. I just go with what the game
That's
wants.
what I hear anyway.
Never remember which bookshelves have any readable books. I don't know why I'm equipping this, because I'm going to get another staff from Irving as soon as I get up there, and I could be able to use this one until afterwards. Yeah, we'll compare the stats.
At least you get to walk around. I'm stuck guarding this door for another 3 hours.
That's what I like about the it get some, just throwaway dialogue that just is beautiful. I think one of my favorite parts about walking around Lothern is listening to Morgana and Alistair banter. It just can't believe I forgot Alistair's name. And that just isn't, that's not going to lead anywhere. Oh, who keeps
Control the
wasting the
fire
blank
with your
vellum?
will. Keep the flames steady.
This is
We
funny.
don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Oh, I love it. See, I don't think there's anything on this table that is... There will be when we come back for the Circle of Magi.
Do any of you remember what the Chantry says about about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us. I heard your harrowing went well. That's wonderful to hear.
Concentrate, hold the sheet. If I put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want? No? Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you.
I heard Humbert volunteered to take the Rite of Tranquility. How awful.
Congratulations on your test.
God, I can't even think of the song right now. Cooking Wenceslas looks out on the snow all crisp and even. Whatever. I lost my ability to sing a long time ago. Too influenced by the coffee. The copious amounts of coffee that I drink.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you? The stockroom stores components used in
Kind of a
magical and
stupid
alchemical
question.
experiments. Do you require something? I voluntarily submitted to the Rite of Tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable. Tranquility has its merits. I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple. It is difficult to describe. I would perhaps compare it to being plunged into a pool of ice-cold water.
I mean, that could be kind of dickish.
Very well. Goodbye.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the Circle? I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Tell the truth, I'm more like him. Hanging around longer than I should.
You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that. Not any magic I'd be caught doing. Anyway, did you need something?
I don't think there was any books on these shelves.
On it. Let's get started.
Okay. I don't think there's anything on the table. Nope. Come on, pathfinding. Sometimes pathfinding can be a little weird on this game. This is just so rich in lore. I think I already checked this table. Yeah. Nothing on that table, okay.
You need something? If not, step back. You're in my light. I'm trying to study. Have some consideration for a fellow mage. Are you surprised? We are probably more attuned to magic than humans are. Or at least our ancestors must have been. With most of our history lost, I suppose I'll never really know. Maybe the Dalish elves would, but I've never met one. They live in the wilderness, traveling where they will. I've heard they keep the old beliefs alive. As do I. Perhaps one day I will have the chance to learn it. Are you from an alienage? I'm from a farm outside Highever. My mother worked as the cook's assistant there. I'm glad I didn't grow up in one of those. Life was hard on the farm, but at least we were treated fairly well. I suppose it doesn't matter where we're from, does it? We're in the circle now. I am satisfied knowing the humans who look down upon me will fear me instead. But I should get back to my books. Good day.
I like that kid.
Chapture would do something before it came to that. Things are starting to soften a little on the libertarian position. Sympathy for a position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chapture would do
This should be
if
easy enough.
suddenly the circles were petitioning for more independence or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Gives a little more
short-sighted
context for the...
libertarians. They'll get their way and take us all down with them.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
Oh, the fraternities of the enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really. They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy. And that's what they would say. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do? An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
It's Dr. Gnarl.
Hello. Were you looking for something? I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have. Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us. They'll never learn that. They don't want to. I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it? If you leave the circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh? I've heard of hedge witches who've managed to survive on their own, eluding the circle for a lifetime. But if the Templars discover them, well, you know what happens. Then there are stories about the Dalish elf clans having great magic. But who knows what's truth and what's fiction when it comes to the Dalish? All right, have a good day.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll record the reading of the codex, but I'm not going to include it with the playthrough.
Right.
I'm going to I'll put it in with a separate video. This is just really turning out to be really long. And I don't want to bog down the flow of the playthrough. Plus, also it gives me a little bit of a chance to polish it up, maybe get some of the uhs and the stumbling over the words.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't hear you come in. I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving. They are an order of brave and noble warriors, sworn to give their lives to defeat the Darkspawn. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once. There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Oh well, I should get back to my work.
Just stealing from my roommates here.
There you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
I won't even get a chance to sleep in this bed.
Let's get started.
Everyone's so happy for you.
Irving wants to see you. Get going.
Oh, hello. I'm glad to see your harrowing went smoothly.
I love how the female characters make him so nervous.
They picked me as the Templar to strike the killing blow if you became an abomination. It's nothing personal, I swear. I'm just glad you're all right, you know? I would have felt terrible about it, but I serve the Chantry and the Maker, and I will do as I am commanded.
I went down this branch one time and it was actually kind of funny, but
Oh, you're not distracting? I mean, you are, but, well, you're not. I mean, you can talk to me anytime if you want. Yes. Maybe we can talk another time.
I wonder how the King's army fares at Ostagar. I've heard talk of a new blight.
As you wish.
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately. Who knows? I'm not going to ask her why she's irritable. Women hate those kind of questions.
I hear Irving's very proud of you. Oh, it's you. I hear Irving's looking for you.
Well, John. You made your bed, you're gonna lie in it.
Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom? Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
I don't know what cinnabar is, but it sounds delicious. Guess they didn't have doctorates. They were just scholars.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
I've never understood the this other than showing what the Tranquil was really kind of about.
Blessed are the penitents who seek his return. Blessed is the prophetess, purified by flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition, so let it be. Oh, I didn't see you there. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times. No, not really. It's just I don't want to bore you with this. It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us, that maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted. Magic? What else? Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it. That takes the magic from me? It does, doesn't it? Imagine, no fear of becoming an abomination, not being reviled by common folk in Chantry. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
Let's get started.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
if it isn't our new sister in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is she.
I always love it.
Well,
this is...
We will discuss
Irving
this
doesn't
later.
interrupt him
Of
very
course.
quickly there.
Where was I? Oh, yes. This is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
You have any donuts? I'm sorry. I have upper respect for Duncan.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the king's army at Ostagar.
Mages are uniquely equipped to combat Darkspawn. They are twisted monsters that dwell underground where the sun's light cannot touch them. They have formed into a horde in the Korkari Wilds and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor girl with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for her.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi. You may not remember, but blood was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours. Not yet. Remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child? The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Now, there is a certain book that I'm trying to find on his desk because that will come to play later on. Just a bit of dialogue, really. It's not really anything important. I don't remember where it was. Blood magic, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Blood magic, the Forbidden School. Anything else interesting right now? No. Okay, Duncan. Let's keep up here. Sorry, didn't mean to yawn. There we go.
Thank you for escorting me.
That was a rough one.
Is there something else I can do for you? Ah, I imagine you don't leave very often, do you? I am not a good source of news, I fear. I am preoccupied with the Darkspawn incursion. Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens, I was traveling with my mentor. We encountered a group of Templars hunting a blood mage. They were quite far away, so I cannot be sure of what I saw. He forced some of the Templars to turn on their fellows. It was dreadful to behold. He would have escaped had he not overlooked one Templar who snuck up behind him and cleaved his head in two. There have been mages within the Grey Wardens who have needed to resort to blood magic to deal with the Darkspawn. It is something to consider, certainly. The mages whose connection to the Fade has been severed? Why do you ask? It keeps them and those around them safe. Perhaps the sacrifice is worthwhile. I cannot say. Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects, after all. A horde has formed within the Korkari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde. Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face. Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right. It is not my place to comment. Of course. Don't let me keep you.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving? I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning? Shh! I just want to make sure we're not overheard. We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here. I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.